What is up, YouTube? Gemini 5280 here with another airport update for Denver International Airport. Sorry it's been a little while, but let's get right into the update. Got a couple new models from the new releases in this update, as well as a couple that were not in the new releases that I think everybody would like to see. So, we're going to start off here with the Delta A319, which is just arriving from Minneapolis. Next up, we have a Delta MD-90, which is lining up, and will make a flight to Detroit. Here we have an American 737-200, which is holding short for Dallas. Next up we have a Frontier A319, which is number 3 for takeoff, and it will head to Kansas City. We have a JetBlue A320, which is taking off and will head to Boston. Blue Manatee. Go. Next up we have an Alaska 737-900, which just landed from Seattle. It's taxiing to the gate. Next up we have an American Eagle Embraer 175, which is taxiing in from Los Angeles. Next we're going to move over here to Terminal A. First up we have an Alaska 737-800 pushing back. We'll head to Portland. A semi-fictional flight. We don't get Portland, but we get the 738s and we get Seattle, so I figured it'd be okay, and I think Portland would be a cool route for them. Next up we have an American MD-80, which is getting very, very, very heavily serviced, and will make a flight to Dallas. As you can see, we have the catering truck. Actually, they do use the back door on the MD-80s for American. I saw this in Dallas. There are tons of them. So yeah, that's there. Next up we have a U.S. Airways, soon-to-be American, Airbus A321, which is boarding for a flight to Phoenix. And yes, I did pull the jetway to the L2 door. I just kind of felt like it, and it fits better. So, yeah. Next up we have an American 737-800, which is going to head to Chicago O'Hare. Next up we have another American 737-800, which is going to head to Miami. We have a Lufthansa 747-400, which is going to head for Frankfurt. Ooh. Camera strap. Kind of messed up this plane here. Let's fix that. There we go. Behind that we have a Spirit A319, which will head to Minneapolis. Behind that we have a JetBlue A320 in the barcode tail. It's just pulling in after a flight from Long Beach, a fictional flight. Next up we have a JetBlue A320 in the Blueberries tail, which is going to head to Orlando. Next up behind that we have a JetBlue A320 barcode. I'm just going to head to New York JFK or Gemini 32's airport. Back here, you probably can't notice, but I actually had to do a resurfacing back here, so and I actually made it longer. I added a gate in on each side. So that is why Spirit's parked over here. I'll get to that in a minute, but so I had to redo that basically from A37 down and 40 on the other side, which used to be 38. So now it actually flows a little bit better. So that's what I did. I have to add some more terminal, but that's okay. So let's move over to Frontier. We have an A319, which is going to head to Salt Lake City. We have Frontier A320 and the Griswold the Bear, new colors. It's going to head to Central Texas International Airport or Gemini 1975. So here we have, that's an empty Frontier gate there. So here, these two empty gates are actually getting, quote-unquote, redone. In the real Denver, they're actually doing this. So this is normally where Spirit and U.S. Airways or American would park. So I actually flew in on Spirit the other day, and when they actually parked us down there, so that's why I put the Spirit plane there. And I have these two gates that are currently not occupied because of construction. So that's kind of cool. So I had the room for it, so yeah. Next up we have a U.S. Airways A320, which is just arriving in from Charlotte, and that finishes off Terminal A. That's got the most construction on it, but it's pretty cool. I like that I can do that. Next, my next page. I'm going to start back here in Terminal B with the United 757-200, which is just arriving from Maui. Here we have a United 757-200. Just gonna head to Orlando. Here we have a United A320, which is going to head to, just arriving from Dallas. Here pushing back, we have United A319. It's pushing for Atlanta. Here we have a new model, our first new model. It's a, let me get a better view. It's a United Express CRJ 700. It's operated by SkyWest. It's going to head to, I already have a route for it, but it's going to go to Cincinnati or CVG Spotter 15's airport. I really like this model, so I was so happy I could find it. It actually makes the airport really realistic now. Next up we have a Bombardier Q400 in the house colors, which is operating for United Express, and it's going to head to Rapid City, South Dakota. Here we have a United 787 Dreamliner. It's going to head to Tokyo. Here we have United 767-300, which is going to operate a semi-fictional flight to Honolulu in place of what usually is a 777-200. I don't have a 222, so I had the 763 route. Onto United Gate, United A320. It's going to head to, whoa, I totally missed this plane. Let's have it go to Boise, Idaho. Actually, changing my mind. I'm going to have it go to San Francisco. Next up, we have a United A319, which is boarding via the air stairs, and it's going to do a flight to New York or Gemini Jet's 166's airport. Behind it, we have a United 737-800, which is going to do a flight to Fort Myers or RSW Travelers Airport. Behind that, we have the Star Alliance, United 737-800, which is going to do a flight to Indianapolis, Indiana. And last but certainly not least, we have our second 787 Dreamliner, and it's going to do a flight to Houston, George Bush. Excuse me for sniffing. One sec. Yeah, never mind. So here's our taxiway between Terminal B and Terminal C, Bravo and Charlie. Starting with the Delta 757-200, which is just arriving from O'Hare Hartsfield or Fan 15's airport. It's an Atlanta airport based. Next up we have a United 737-900, which is just arriving from Washington Waldorf Airport or AA Flyer ORD Airport. And here we have a Delta E175, which just pushed back and is taxiing away from that gate C38 over there for a flight to Seattle. Next up, we're going to move to this MD-90 here, which just arrived from after a flight from Detroit Metro. Whoa. I'm trying to get some knocking models over with this little cord on the camera. I should take that off. Next up we have another new model, Delta 737-800, which is going to go to Salt Lake City. Behind that we have another new Delta 737-800, which is going to go to West Bahama International or Delta MD-88 Fans Airport. The empty Delta gate that the 752 is pulling into. Here we have another Delta 752, which is going to go to Minneapolis, just pushing back now. Got the tug hooked up. Here we have an empty Delta gate where this A320 and the runway will go to. Here we have a very beautiful looking Southwest 737-300 in the Lone Star 1 colors. It's going to go to Austin, Texas. Here we have, move over here and get a better view of these new models. Here we have another new model. It's a Southwest 737-700 in the new Heart livery. It's going to go to Citrus Aviation's airport or Raleigh, Durham. Here we have another 737-700 new model, new colors, Southwest. It's going to head to Portland. Here, just getting ready to push back with the super tug hooked up to it, is a Southwest 737-800. It's going to go to Baltimore. Next up we have a Southwest 737-700. We'll hit Omaha. Whoops, that model fell over. Here we have a Southwest 737-300. This is a new model, and it's going to go to Salt Lake City. If you haven't noticed, I like sending places to Salt Lake City. So I have a couple Salt Lake City. I think I have two on this one. So 2 routes on this one terminal. We skipped this one. Southwest 737-700 is going to go to Omaha. And here we have another Southwest 737-700 in New Mexico 1 colors. It's going to go to New York LaGuardia. Here we have a Delta 737-900. We're moving off the terminal now. and it's going to head to, you can see that really cool Southwest tail shot there. This one's holding short, and we'll head to Atlanta. Next up, we have a JetBlue A321, which is operating a fictional flight to Fort Lauderdale. And last but certainly not least, we have a Delta A320, which is just taxiing off the runway. We'll head to gate C34, next to Lone Star 1 there. Just got in from New York LaGuardia. So we have 2 LaGuardia flights too. 1 Southwest, 1 Delta. Cool. So a couple announcements. Delta is now getting bumped out of Terminal C. I'm thinking of doing an expansion on Terminal C to be able to include 2 more gates, so Delta can have another gate and Southwest can have another gate, but I don't know if it's going to fit. Because we're already kind of full, but I think I might be able to make it work. We'll see if I can do that or not. So yeah, Southwest will have gates from here over, and Delta will have, Southwest will have gates from all the way from here over. Delta's using this gate now, but I don't know how long it's going to last. I have another one of these coming in. So we'll see. And Delta then will have these gates all here, from there to here. So we'll kind of see how things go. If I do an expansion, Delta would still have the same, pretty much. But as of now, C46 here and C34 are both interchangeable between Southwest and Delta. And I think that's how it's going to be for a little while until I do an expansion, if I even do it at all. So yeah, I need to expect to see some improvements at Terminal A shortly. And I forgot about my cargo terminal. So we kind of had to move it over here to my desk because there wasn't enough room. So I had to move this table because of my expansion on Terminal A. So it's over here. Don't know how long it's going to be over here. I'm going to try to figure something out to move it over there, over to the airport. But here's a FedEx 767-300, which is going to head to Indianapolis. We have a UPS MD-11. It's going to go to Ontario. And last but not least, we have a UPS 767-300 going to Louisville, like my Priority Mail cargo terminal. So, take a look at this beautiful model. For announcements, I got my pre-orders in. I really like them. My only complaint is that the Southwests are tail heavy, like extremely, but they're beautiful, beautiful models. I mean, I wouldn't sell them or anything for. Yeah, I mean, they're beautiful, so get them if you can. They're going to sell out super fast, so hurry. August pre-orders should be out today. I'm really excited for those. Hopefully we get some really cool models. Check out my new website. On that, you can suggest new videos and model reviews. I love if you could do that. Just fill out the quick form, and it'll get sent right to my email, and I'll make a video of it as soon as I can. So I'd really like to see what you guys want to see, not just what I want to do. So, and I do have some models for sale. If you're interested, check me out on Instagram, or send me a kick at GeminiJets5280. So do follow me on Instagram, check out my website, and I am starting a Models by Airline series. I've already recorded 2 videos, and I'm probably going to record 2 more and post them in the next few days. So, again, let me know if you want to see those, if you want to see more of those, and keep updated. I'm also going to do a Models by Aircraft eventually, so say all my A320s, or all my A320 family, or like all my 737s or something like that. I'm thinking of doing something like that, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see, if you think that'd be cool. So we're getting a little long here, 14 minutes, but thanks for watching, really appreciate it. And we'll probably see you at Great Lakes International Airport later this week, probably like Friday or Saturday. Let me know what you think of that airport. So yep, as always, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Kick me if you have any questions or suggestions, and we'll see you later.